Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Day at Mizner Country Club 2014. I'd like to thank some very special people for their assistance in putting this day together. First, our own Marine, Mr. Mel Moskowitz. Mel helped start this wonderful tradition with the Marines about 4 years ago. And Stu Lesh, whose efforts last year helped us to contact the United States Southern Command. They brought representatives, and still do, of other branches of our armed services to Mizner on this very, very special day. One more thank you to our general manager, Larry Savitas, for you and your staff's assistance in making this a very special day for us. I would also like to thank our Director of Golf, Lance McAllister, and his staff, who never stop working for our golfing enjoyment, and our Golf Superintendent, Eric Knudsen. No, folks, I'm not forgetting to thank one very special person, and that'll come a little bit later. Today, I'd like to welcome our very special guests for the 4th year. Master Gunnery Sergeant Alberto Gomez has helped us today by coordinating a contingent of Marines, and in addition, through the efforts of Lieutenant Colonel Joe Cormack and Major Clifford Woodburn of the United States Southern Command, otherwise known as Southcom. Thank you, gentlemen. For your information, I've been asked several times this morning, what's Southcom? Southcom is headquartered in Miami, which, for your information, is responsible for providing contingency planning, operations, and security cooperation with all branches of the service in an area that includes 31 countries and 10 territories throughout Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. Therefore, today we are honored by having representatives of the United States Marine Corps, the United States Army, the United States Air Force, the United States Coast Guard, and the United States Navy. Our good friend Gunny Gomez recently retired from active duty and is now, amongst other things, is running the Marine Junior ROTC at Deerfield Beach Senior High School. So before we begin, we are honored today to have as our color guard the Marine Junior ROTC from Deerfield Beach Senior High School.
Ready, hut, oh, art. Right, Will, art. Honor Guard, halt. Breathe, hands, arms.
Now we have a special treat, as Sergeant Andrew Comrie will lead us first in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, Gunny Sergeant will lead us in the national anthem. He will be singing a cappella.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so very much. Now, one more time for Gunnery Sergeant Andrew Comrie.
Right wheel, arms. Forward, arms. Honor Guard, out. Forward, arms. Arms. Ready, cut.
Will the color guard just stay there for a moment, please? I would like to introduce to you this wonderful color guard. As I call your name, just come up, give it a little wave, please. Paul Kersey. Malcolm Williams. Jessica Watts. Merchandise Latorte. Thank you so very much. We at Mizner wish you all the very best as you prepare for the Marine Corps. Thank you again for making this day special for us. Today we are honored to have Major Clifford Woodburn, who helped us with all of these wonderful people from Southcom. And at this time I would like to call Major Clifford Woodburn, who is the commander of the 525th Signal Company at U.S. Southern Command, to address our group.
Well, first I'd like to thank everybody from the Mizner staff for putting this on, and of course everybody that's a member of the country club for bringing us out here today. We definitely appreciate it, and I think this is kind of one of those things that they were thinking about post the Civil War when we first started Memorial Day back in 1866. Yeah, I know. So they looked at it and they were like, you know, hey, let's do it in May, so that way we make sure that all the flowers are out. So that way that they can put flowers on every grave of those who have passed fighting for this country. So I think a day like this, to celebrate the lives of the individuals that wore the uniform or that served this nation in any capacity, I think this is what this is for, is to celebrate. Not as much as a memorial and to be sad, but to be happy for the lives that we live and the nation that we have. So again, thank you, and you can't get much better of a day than this to play golf, and I look forward to it. Again, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Major Woodburn. Now for that big thank you for that special person who keeps telling me if I say something, she's gonna kill me, so consider me dead. 5 years ago and back, Memorial Day at Mizner was just another golf scramble. I was golf chair and Susan Feldman was the lady golf chair, and she said to me, Memorial Day is a very special day. We honor those military personnel that have given their lives for our country. Wouldn't it be nice to honor representatives from our armed forces at our event. And the rest is history. Susan has taken this day on as her project and has done a fantastic job. Now a big thank you to that person that continued to put this great day together. She's been communicating and coordinating with our honored guests for months. A big, big round of applause for our own Susan Feldman. Susan will now come up and say a few words. Thank you, Susan.
As members of Mizner Country Club, it's with tremendous pride that we welcome our honored guests who have made great sacrifices for our safety, our freedom, and our country. I'd like to take just a few minutes and bring you back in time to 4 years ago. We were putting together our Memorial Day tournament, and I was seeking out military presence for us to honor. I called and called again the Air Force, the Navy, the Army, and the Marines. The only one to return my call was Master Gunny Sergeant Alberto Gomez, and he became my hero. Four years ago, when Alberto came to our first military Memorial Day celebration, his son Edwin, then 17 years old, tagged along with his dad and did so for the following 2 years. Well, just 3 days ago, Edwin graduated from Marine Boot Camp at Parris Island. And at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Private First Class Edwin Gomez. Edwin, please step forward. Now I'm going to introduce you to my hero, the gentleman who returned my phone call. Master Gunny Alberto Gomez has been in the Marine Corps for 25 years. He's been stationed in Okinawa, Japan, South Carolina, and Hawaii, and has served on many deployments to multiple locations. Currently, he's retired and is running the Marine Corps ROTC program at Deerfield High School. Thank you, my hero. And now Marty's just going to continue with bios from our other guests.
Thank you, Susan. On behalf of Mizner Country Club, I would like to continue to welcome the balance of our honored guests, 20 men and women that have served or are serving our country in the United States Armed Forces. I would like to introduce them to you individually. Please, after I introduce each of our honored guests, do not hold your applause until the end. Please applaud after each one. Gunnery Sergeant Andrew Comrie. Michael Simon is presently in the ROTC at George Washington University and will be a naval officer following his commission. Master Sergeant Ray Avilés. Sergeant Leslie Reed. Gunnery Sergeant Javier Perez. Gunnery Sergeant Pedro Aguilar. Major Clifford Woodburn. Lieutenant Colonel Joe Cormack. Sergeant Ricky Kinney. Sergeant First Class Leonard James. Chief Jeff Carl. Sergeant First Class Dennis Brown. Master Sergeant Mark Schoberg. Commander William, in quotes, Ike Clark. Colonel Herb Newman. Chief Petty Officer Joseph Rosilio. Master Chief Petty Officer Jerry O'Connell. Chief Petty Officer Kaylee Campbell. It is my pleasure to introduce to you now Master Gunny Sergeant Alberto Gomez.
this tournament continues to grow year by year, and I hope to be a part of it for many more years, and hopefully continue to bring other Marines, sailors, soldiers to be a part of this great event that Mizner Country Club obviously puts together for all our men and women that have served previously. I'd like to give another round of applause to my cadets who came out here this morning. Well, none of this could happen if someone like Mel Moskowitz wouldn't get involved and want to have something like this for all of us. But he's not the only one. There are a lot of members in Mizner who have served previously in the military, many before many of us were even born. But to Mel's credit and everyone else who served previously here at Mizner, the thing that stands out is their commitment, their level of commitment to make sure that these men and women are recognized. But like the Major said earlier, it's not about us, it's about all those that have come before us and all of those that will go forward, to include my son, that are going to be the staple of what this country has been for 200 plus years. So what I would like to do is I would like to ask all the members of Mizner that have served in any branch of service of the United States military to please come forward and be recognized with us. If they can stand right here and form the line, we definitely appreciate that. First year we did this, there were probably about 12, 15 members, and as you see, it continues to grow and grow. And if it wasn't because of these gentlemen's support, we would not be able to have this type of event for all of us. So again, thank you to all of these individuals, and I'd like to personally shake their hands. Thank you.